A drum beat rattles your chest like a loose vent cover in a midnight alley, and suddenly you've got collywobbles. Not from fear, but from the thrill of knowing chaos has a melody. That's the trick One Inch Punch pulled off in the 90s, bending raw nerves into rhythm, making bruises sound like blueprints.
Start with Pretty Piece of Flesh. It doesn't enter politely. It barges in, fists swinging, guitars jagged and unapologetic.
The bass snarls like a cornered animal, and the vocals? Half confession, half scream into a void that answers back with distortion. It's not pretty at all, and that's the point. The band wanted you uncomfortable, yet unable to stop listening, collywobbles and all. The track became their calling card because it didn't just sound raw, it was raw. Shift to Angela Davis, a song that tested listeners as much as it tested the band. Brooding synths and sparse production leave nowhere to hide. Every pause feels like a dare. The lyrics stare stigma and isolation directly in the face, stripping away pretense until what's left is uncomfortable honesty. Warfield's voice shakes between restraint and eruption, pulling you into an emotional undertow. The genius here wasn't in how loud it could get, but in how quiet parts made you brace for impact. And then comes Hearts and Stars. Here the band turns the camera inward. The beat plods like a tired heart, while samples whisper across the edges like bad memories you can't quite place. The lyrics? Regret scrawled in jagged ink. Warfield delivers it less like a singer and more like someone muttering truths they wish you hadn't overheard. It's confessional, unsettling, and magnetic all at once. Together, these songs form a map of emotional wreckage, and that's why people still dig them up decades later. Pretty Piece of Flesh shouts rebellion, Angela Davis whispers pain, and Hearts and Stars admits complicity. The through line is authenticity, no gloss, no frou-frou production, just noise sharpened into catharsis. What makes it fascinating is how a duo, just Justin Warfield and Michael Simpson, created something this layered. With nothing more than guitars, samples, and sheer nerve, they carved out music that stood apart from both alt-rock bombast and hip-hop polish. The Dust Brothers' DNA runs through the sound, but the mood was all their own. Brooding, jagged, relentless. Listening today, it's easy to forget how daring it was in its moment. These weren't songs made to chart, they were made to bruise, to remind you that imperfection could sound better than perfection. And when you step back, you realize One Inch Punch wasn't just making music. They were staging interventions, delivering messy, emotional truths disguised as riffs. That's the raw truth, and it still lands like a punch.